Hi everyone, welcome into JMeter tutorial. Today in this tutorial, we will learn how to use barrier token in JMeter. Sometimes we test API, we need to send a token to show we are allowed to access it. This is called a barrier token. I will show you step by step how to add it in JMeter. So let's begin. Open Chrome browser and here you can view for login. We need to send the header and username and password. So first we will see how to log in and then enter the barrier token in second request. Show output. In the output you can view we are getting the access token. So I will show you how you can log in into this by using a barrier token. Copy this complete URL, open JMeter, right click threads and then click on thread group. Add the HTTP request, right click thread group sampler and then click on HTTP request. Enter the request name, login. Now enter here server name and path. Remove HTTPS from server name section. Enter HTTPS and then enter the server name. After the server name, we need to enter the path. So here we will enter the path here. Now, next thing we need to do, we need to enter the username and password in body section. First add the listener here, right click, add listener and then click on view result tree. First run the test and see what happens. And it will ask for you to save the plan. Click on yes and then enter the plan name here, login underscore API and then click on save. Request is sending and the request you can view in the sample result unauthorized. In the response data, access token is required. So here we will first enter the credentials in body section. Inside this block, we will enter the credentials. First, we need to enter the username, and then we will enter the password. To enter the username, we need to enter the comma here, and then we need to enter the password. Inside this code, we will enter the username and password. As you can view, username is available. We can use this username, enter username here, remove single quote from here. Same as well, we need to remove the quote here. Now, enter the password. After enter the username, but we need to enter the password. Enter password here, remove comma from here. Same as well, we need to remove the comma from here. Now, as you can view in the header, we need to enter content type application JSON. Add here config element HTTP header manager. We can move here, click on add and the content type application slash JSON. application slash JSON. Let's save the test plan. We are sending the data to the server. So you can view method is post. So we need to select here method is post. Clear all the result and again run the test. Login successfully. This is the request. Post is method. HTTPS is a protocol and this is the complete URL. In the post data, we are sending username, password. In the response data, we are getting the access token. For login, we need to enter the access token. So here we will add the JSON extractor for extracting the token from the response. Right click sampler HTTP request, add an other request. Now add the extractor, right click add and then click on JSON extractor. First define the variable here and then enter the JSON path expression, match number. So we need to access token. So here we will enter the expression is access token. Here change authentication. This is the request name. Move here before this request and enter here variable name. Suppose we enter the variable name is token and then enter the access token. Access token, we want to extract the token. So here we will enter the JSON path expression access token mesh number 1. Now we will use this variable names in header. Copy this. As you can view in this second request, we need to enter authorization, barrier, and then enter the token. So first we will enter the authorization. Open HTTP header manager, click on add, enter authorization, and then enter barrier. After enter the barrier, we need to enter the variable name. As you can view, the variable name is token. Here we need to change $dot access token. Now we will enter here dollar and then enter the variable name which is token. Now enter the URL, server name and path here in second request. Dummy json.com. Enter the server name here. We do not need to define the protocol here, so we will remove the protocol from here. HTTPS remove slash and then enter the path here in path section. This is the get request. As you can view, method get, and we need to define the authorization in header manager. We have already defined the authorization. Now in this scenario, it will extract the token from the response. Let's save the test plan. Now run the test. Open JSON extractor and here in the HTTP Header manager, we define the content type application JSON, authorization, barrier token. Make sure remove the spaces after the barrier, otherwise you will get the error. Now we can run the test. Request is sending, login successfully. In the request, we can view the post method, HTTPS protocol, username, password. The response body, we are getting the access token, and login successfully, we are getting ID, first name. We can click on JSON, name, bank, we are login successfully. But in the real scenario, we need to log in multiple users. So we need to use here CSV data set config. I have already created the CSV file. So first we will add the CSV dataset config. Right click, add config element, CSV dataset config, and move here. Can move here. Here first we need to define the file name, variable name, open, and here file is user. I have already created. First define the username, password, enter the username, and then enter the password. Make sure save this file in CSV format. Click on save as, click on bin, and select here CSV format. Save, click on yes, click on yes. Now we need to browse this file. So you can view here file user.csv. Click on open, enter the variable name. As you can view in this file name, we have username, password. Enter the variable name, user. We need to define the two variable here, user, password. And if you want to ignore first line, this is the first line. Suppose you want to ignore this first line, so you will select here true. Ignore first line, only use if variable name is not empty. Here we define the username, password, variable name, and we will use this user, password, variable name in our login request. Remove username from here, dollar, bracket, user. Same as well, we need to enter the variable name for password, dollar, password. Now we have defined the data in CSV file. In real scenario, you need to log in with multiple users. You have multiple data. So in this scenario, you need to use the CSV dataset config. Save the test plan and clear all the result. Again, run the test. Login successfully. In the authentication, you can view in the sampler result, response message okay, response code 200, and the response data here. In the request header, we are sending authorization and barrier, and this is access token, content type application JSON. That's all for today tutorial on barrier token in JMeter for API testing. I hope this video was helpful. If you like it, please click the like button, subscribe to SK World, and press the bell icon so you do not miss any video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.